What do you think of these terms, dissociation?
Hi, Daniel. Thank you for the video response and for the excellent question and for engaging in a good faith dialogue about these important matters. The term spiritual bypassing was coined by a psychologist named John Wellwood in the 80s, and he defines it as follows: a tendency to use spiritual ideas and practices to sidestep or avoid facing unresolved emotional issues, psychological wounds, and unfinished developmental tasks. So I appreciate the chance to define that because I realize that I use the term a lot in my videos, and probably not everyone knows what it means. And I do talk about it in my book, and I define it. Now, I've been in the New Age movement for the better part of 3 decades, and I have noticed that this tendency is very strong in the New Age, this tendency to engage in spiritual bypassing or dissociation, which in my mind is roughly similar. Dissociation is generally a response to uncomfortable feelings or even trauma, where one sort of leaves the body, either into some conceptual realm or is sort of checked out almost entirely, not present. I am someone who is very fond of presence and a grounded spirituality that's grounded in the body, that is grounded in the earth, and that embraces all forms of human experiences and learns to sit with and be with and make friends with all the uncomfortable feelings, including all the dark parts of one's own psyche. So love and light and high vibes is obviously another big aspect of the New Age that gives off similar flavor to me as dissociation and spiritual bypassing. Nothing wrong with love and light. In fact, it's awesome, but not at the expense of investigating our deeper, darker selves and being with difficult things. So my biggest problem has to do with the fact that spiritual bypassing and the encouragement of it by certain teachers, whether directly or indirectly, makes people not be engaged in politics. So you probably noticed there is this strand within the New Age that talks about politics as being divisive and low vibrational, which is a whole another can of worms. But low vibrational and high vibrational, I think we need all of it. We need high vibes, we need low vibes, we need all in between. We need to have a full, rich orchestra of human experience. So I don't like that language either. But in any case, political disengagement plays right into the hands of the far right, essentially, those who are trying to, who want to turn our country into a totalitarian state. And there's also, even worse, there is something called the Wu to Q pipeline, or you might have heard the term conspirituality, which is the tendency of some New Agers to embrace conspiracy theories and far-right ideology. And there's a lot of that in the New Age, unfortunately. So I'm allergic to all those kinds of things. I'm critiquing the New Age from within, but also from a progressive perspective. So, and a Buddhist perspective. That's where the sort of groundedness and the tendency to want to have an embodied experience of spirituality and an earth-bound experience. Disconnection from the earth, that's also another problem. That's at the root of our ecological crisis. So when I see the up and away, the 5D and the ascension, I get a little creeped out and a little nervous because, again, it is, in my mind, it's not helping to address the most pressing problems of our time, such as climate change, economic inequality, and racial tension. So, part of the big part of the spiritual experience is to deconstruct, and I've done videos about this, but deconstructing from capitalism, patriarchy, and so on. So that's a lot of words. I hope that's helpful to you, and I'm interested in continuing this dialogue if it makes sense. But wish you well on your path, and have a good day.